Hey everybody, Wrenching with Bob here. I realized that when I started talking about mounting these bags, these Wolfman bags, onto my 250R, that it might be wise to take you through a walkthrough of exactly how that happens and how they get adjusted right, so they sit right on the bike, and so they're safe and don't get all beat up. In 2017, I went to Moab and had the opportunity to ride with Eric Hougen, Wolfie, who's the owner and founder of Wolfman Bags. Great guy, great rider. Leaves me in the dust, certainly. But anyway, he saw my bags mounted and he was like, hey, nice bags. Wait a minute, those aren't mounted right. So he helped me out in how to adjust them properly. Thought I would share this with you. I think some of his mounting systems may have changed in the course of the last couple of years, but these I think were the Wolfman Explorer bags. Here they are. Right, and so these are all canvas bags, but they're also waterproof. They got a waterproof interior. So anyway, I'll take you through a walkthrough of this and show you how it's done. All right, so the first thing is there's these like metal facing clamps in a very funny webbed deal that I believe he even patented. But these guys just need to find, they're sort of they're kind of cross mated. So this strap here that's coming over to this side is actually mated to this one, so that as it's tugging, right, the bag is tugging against this one and vice versa. So anyway, you find a good place to mount these guys. I'm going to mount them to the back of this this billet rack here, and then you just give a good tug on the straps against each other, and now you got a nice secure back mounting point. And these guys are going to come down here and they're going to pull up on the backs of the bags. So the next thing is that you get your bags with the strap holder that's up top, being that it's going to come up to here, right? This goes to the back, and you want to get your straps all adjusted, which actually takes some real time. I mean, this isn't a 2-minute deal, even a 10-minute deal. So when I switch these from the big bike to the little bike, it'll take me 30 minutes or so to kind of get this stuff dialed in. So I also have these exhaust protectors, right? So I actually got 2 of these guys, so that as the bag mounts across the exhaust, that it doesn't overheat and melt. So then you want to get these guys so that the straps are back towards the back, and that the back of the bag is where that heat shield is. And then you want to get these straps adjusted such that the bags are not sitting down, you know, so far. You really want the tops of the bags to be kind of here at this plastic height, or even seat height if you want. Although that kind of starts to splay them outward a little bit if you bring them up much higher than this. but basically, so I want to get these adjuster areas to be kind of right at the edge of the seat. So once I've got that, right, now the bags are kind of sitting right. They're not stuffed full of stuff, but I have kind of expanded them so you can get a sense of that. So the bags now are kind of sitting, you know, with their tops up here, so that when I'm sitting here, they're not really in my way. They're not in the way of my legs. So now I'm going to attach this back piece here. It goes through the back side. Get out of the way of the turn signal. And then feed it back through the front, right? And I don't want this tight yet, but I do want it to be, you know, have a little bit of slack. Same deal over here. So what's going on down here is that on the front of the bags, there are, I can get this one out of the way. On the front of the bags, there's this strap, and then there's another one here. And this is the final one, right? So this is the one that you just kind of adjust and leave it sit. And so get this flat. And I've got a connector here that Wolfman, I think, gifted me. And you can feed it from the back or feed it from the front, doesn't matter. Now, once you've got that, now what you're going to do is you're going to come up and feed this into the final strap over here. You want to catch the back side first, and then you come through the front, right? And now you're ready to be basically tugging the bag forward from this side and tugging the bag backwards from this side, right? So now if we've got these things aligned, and I'll want to do this on the other side too, but we've got these things aligned, it's pretty well centered, right, which is what you want. Now I can go ahead and give this a tug backwards, give this a tug forward, right, and now this is getting to be a nice connection. And now, right, we've got a bag that kind of, it'll flop a bit, but it stays out of the way of the wheel and the wheel well, right? It's got some clearance over here. And now let's walk over and do this same sort of thing on the other side. And this one actually gets a little trickier with the exhaust. So I'll show you a bit of what I do here. I come in from the back side on this one, on this strap connector, and then feed up again, feed up through the back here, and then down through the front. Right, and now I can start cinching this to be tighter. Now the issue here is going to be that the back strap, sort of this permanent one, right, wants to be too close to the exhaust. So I'm going to I'm actually going to 3D print a little clip to put that clip on there. I'm going to clip this thing so that that holds. But when I tighten this down, right, you can see that there actually is some of a gap here, right? And there's that heat shield back there, right, holding the bag out from the heat of the exhaust. And then on the back side, you can see the heat shield here. And then I can tighten this one down a little bit too. And then at that point I can put my Rotopax on, right? And now I've got this whole thing connected really well. So that's in sort of, that's ready to travel mode, and I'm pretty happy with that. So then the only other thing I think to mention is that when you're stopping for lunch or whatever, if you're worried about the safety of your gear getting stolen and things like that, that basically you just unstrap here, and the same thing on the other side, and then you unstrap here, and same thing on the other side, and then you can pick up on these straps here, right, and pull your bags, and away you go. That's how I mount them, and have a good time. Be safe with your gear.